on DC News Now, honoring a local hero.
They put their lives on the line every day, and we're just very thankful for what they do.
We're live in Loudoun County ahead of firefighter Trevor Brown's celebration of life ceremony. And it's a warm start to the week, but there's plenty of rain ahead. We'll let you know when to break out the umbrella. Plus, Nikki Haley wins the D.C. primary, her first victory over former President Trump. And Super Tuesday is just a day away. Everything you need to know before heading to the polls.
3, 2, 1, ignition, engines full power, and liftoff.
Local grad amongst the stars. The groundbreaking research she's working on from outer space.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Monday morning to you. Thank you for starting your work week with us here on DC News Now. I'm Chosen Fakile, filling in for Tonight Right.
Yeah, good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Jackie is also here with us this morning, as you can see, keeping it out in that forecast to get you prepared for the day and, of course, the week, too. But things are looking pretty good. As you can see, that sunrise is starting to come up, and not too bad, even though it's a little overcasty.
Yeah.
Some clouds are out there. I think some rain is going to be pushing a little bit later.
Yes, later tonight is when we could see some of those raindrops. And we're tracking that system that's just off the coast of the Carolinas right now. That'll continue to move its way ever so slightly northward. So some of those clouds we're seeing out there right now is associated with the outer edges of that low that will continue to move its way north. So in terms of back here locally, what are we seeing right now? Yes, we are seeing those clouds, but it's a dry start to the day. Not tracking anything on the radar right now. Temperatures right now right around 50 up and down the I-95 corridor, 30s to 40s farther off towards the north and west. And we also have those overcast skies closer towards Hagerstown as well. We'll eventually notice again those clouds sticking around, but we do have some patchy dense fog back over towards some of our northwestern zones. Dense fog advisory remains in effect until 10 a.m. this morning. We'll be watching out for those rain chances later on tonight. I'll go over the details and timing coming up. But Tosin is back with a look at those roadways. How's traffic?
Not looking bad. We're just seeing volume starting off in Virginia, 395 14th Bridge. Usually a trouble spot, but nothing to complain about right now. Update on this accident I've been telling you about all morning. That accident, we're told, has been cleared on Indian Head Highway northbound. You can see that just popped off the map. That accident happened last night. I'm told a dump truck overturned and spilled. So that's what's been causing that delay and backup there. It's been closed, but you can expect residual delays. Taking a wider look across the map, those red and yellows starting to pop up. A lot of volume, not a lot of accident at the 7 o'clock hour.
Through this morning, the community in Loudoun County will gather today to remember the life of a fallen firefighter who died in the line of duty last month.
That's right. Our Candace Cole joins us live in Leesburg with more on that ceremony. And Candace, we're starting to see those roadblocks happen, correct?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, that's right. We're across from the Cornerstone Chapel here in Leesburg, where we're told 3,500 people so far have RSVP'd to show up here. The chapel only holds 3,000 folks. I'll step out of the way. You can see where VDOT has gone ahead and put up a parameter to try to direct and divert traffic here for those thousands of people who will be showing up here for the celebration of life for fallen firefighter Trevor Brown. The celebration of life ceremony for 45-year-old Brown will take place at the Cornerstone Chapel in Leesburg, Virginia at 11 o'clock today. Brown, who was a Sterling volunteer firefighter, was killed and 13 others were injured on February 16th when a leak from a 500-gallon underground propane tank caused a house to explode. That happened on Silver Ridge Drive in Loudoun County. Now, if you're planning on coming out to pay your respects, you'll want to leave early. We're told parking at the chapel is limited. The Loudoun County Combined Fire and Rescue System is advising folks to park at Segra Field, and you can catch a shuttle over to the chapel starting at 7:30 a.m. And tributes have continued to pour in since Brown was killed at the site of that home explosion.
Coming out here, putting the flowers out, seeing that everything's kind of closed up it's good closure for the girls and for everyone, I guess.
Now, the procession is set to begin at 9:30 this morning, and you can expect significant delays, especially if you're traveling around Battlefield Parkway, Cy Collin Road, or Tolbert Lane. you can expect significant delays from now until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And if you're not able to be here in person, you can watch a live stream of today's ceremony. Just head on over to loudoun.gov. Reporting live in Leesburg, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
Candace, thank you for that update. 7:04 is your time. The man accused of shooting a D.C. Housing Authority officer is expected in court this morning. 40-year-old Victor Terrell is set to appear for a preliminary hearing. On Thursday, police were called to an apartment building on M Street in Navy Yard for unwanted guests. Police say Terrell and 37-year-old Tiana Tolson, who do not live in the building, were inside. Officials say the two refused to leave, and Terrell fired at officers who tried to arrest them. Terrell's preliminary hearing is scheduled for 11 this morning.
Prince William County Police are searching for a suspect accused of animal cruelty. Officials say this puppy right here was left at C. Lacey Compton Neighborhood Park on River Ridge Boulevard in Woodbridge Saturday morning. Authorities say it was extremely emaciated, and you can see right here in the photo. We're told a Good Samaritan, though, took the dog to the Prince William County Animal Services Center. It is believed to be a mixed breed hound between 6 and 12 months. Right now, the dog is currently receiving care at the vet. This morning, a child is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after a crash involving a bus. This happened last night in Maryfield near Gallows Road and Anderson Drive. Police have not released the age of the child or said who was driving the car. Gallows Road was shut down for the investigation. It is back open, though, this morning.
Your time is 7:06. The University of Maryland is telling Greek Life to stop all social activities following hazing allegations.
UMD officials sent a letter to fraternities and sororities last week saying multiple chapters have been having activities threatening community safety and also well-being. This letter orders Greek Life to suspend new member activities and also ban them from hosting any event with alcohol either on or off campus until further notice. The letter also says current Greek Life members cannot have contact with new or prospective members. Some students we spoke with on campus believe the university made the right decision.
It's important that the university is considering student safety as opposed to, the social constructs of college.
Keeping people's health and safety a priority is a pretty good move, in my opinion.
A spokesperson for UMD says this order impacts 21 fraternities and 16 sororities. DC News Now reached out to UMD's Greek Life organizations. They declined to comment.
In a run-up to Super Tuesday, the D.C. Republican presidential primary is done, and after 3 days of voting, results are in.
And Nikki Haley has won her first primary race against former President Donald Trump. She received just under 63% of the vote, and former President Donald Trump right behind her getting 33% of the vote. That means Haley takes 19 delegates from D.C., bringing her current total to 43. Trump, though, stands at 244. The biggest primary races to watch will be on Super Tuesday. Again, that is tomorrow. And today, the Supreme Court is expected to issue a single ruling, and there's speculation it could be a final decision on whether former President Donald Trump can be banned from the ballot in this year's election.
And Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley is live on Capitol Hill with more. Trevor, good morning.
Hey there, good morning to both of you as well. And this stems out of that court case from Colorado that ruled former President Donald Trump can be barred from that state's ballot. Now, since that Colorado suit last year, several other state courts have ruled similarly. The Colorado case alleges the former president is not eligible to run because he incited an insurrection on January 6th. The former president denies that and is challenging that decision, arguing he should be allowed to run. Both sides had urged the court to act quickly in the case. Speculation that the U.S. Supreme Court will rule on this today is high, given tomorrow's Super Tuesday primaries across the country. A decision to allow Trump to be disqualified could throw tomorrow's primaries and the rest of the election into chaos. That court decision is expected to be handed down around 10 o'clock this morning. That's the latest here on Capitol Hill. We'll send it back to you guys.
Trevor, thank you. Coming up on 7:10 on this Monday morning, Metro is one step closer to cutting down its projected $750 million deficit. Initially, the Virginia House budget had $150 million in funding, but the Senate's version did not. Virginia State Senator Louise Lucas is chair of the Virginia Senate Finance Committee. She posted on X saying after securing commitments for Metro's long-term reform, she has decided to put extra funding into the Senate budget for this year. Maryland has also pledged $130 million, while D.C. pledged $200 million. Metro General Manager Randy Clark thanked Lucas and says this is a big step to avoiding major service cuts. It is day 12 of the Fairfax Connector bus strike, where union workers are still calling for better pay and benefits from contractor Transdev. Bus service also remaining suspended for the 12th day as well. Yesterday, Transdev and union leaders met for negotiations, but could not come to a deal. They will meet again tomorrow.
3, 2, 1, ignition, engines full power, and liftoff of NASA Crew 8. Go Falcon, go SpaceX, and go NASA.
All right, exciting moments for a University of Maryland alum who is reaching for the stars. Yesterday, Dr. Jeanette Epps blasted off in a rocket bound for the International Space Station. Now, Epps received her doctorate in aerospace engineering from the University of Maryland.
And she's one of 4 crew members and the only woman in the crew beginning this 6-month mission. She's also part of an experiment that will test how blood and saliva behave differently outside Earth.
Everything that we do on the International Space Station will be a stepping stone from low Earth orbit to the moon. So all that we learn in low Earth orbit, we can use on the moon to develop a permanent presence on the moon eventually, and maybe even use a lot of that stuff that we learn on the space station as well as the moon to take it back to maybe Mars.
The launch was originally scheduled for Friday, but was delayed due to bad weather, so that's why they took off yesterday.